things are...
Interestingly, we have had this trend, I'm going to say it was a good 6-month trend.
Yes.
Of propaganda videos coming out from Westerners.
Yes.
Saying how China is a high-trust society like Japan and Korea.
Oh, it's safe. You can like leave your laptop or
leave
whatever,
your stuff,
leave
your
your
bag,
wallet.
or your phone.
Leave your bike unlocked with the
put money
keys in
in
the
a bush.
ignition. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's outlandish. Anyone who's lived in China knows that it's false and it's complete rubbish, right?
It's almost like prejudice and racist to say that because it's like that because China's not allowed to have normal problems. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's when you've lived there, you know. It's kind of like anyone who's been to Los Angeles or something.
Sure.
If you saw a Chinese person go to Los Angeles and in Chinese say to everyone, look, there are no homeless people in Los Angeles.
It's the same as saying that.
Yeah, it's like you can walk around the entire city, you won't see a single homeless person. You know,
it's the same.
Anyone who's been to Los Angeles will say, no, you're lying.
There's tons of homeless
Yeah,
people.
exactly. But because of the opaque nature of China's internet, you don't get to see the problems.
Yes.
So they can say that, and they know it's going to be very difficult for people to prove them wrong unless they've been there and seen it themselves.
And China has a multiple. Let's remember, 江好中国故事 is literally a Chinese government program with billions of dollars behind it to change the world's perception of it to fit the CCP's narratives.
Yes.
So that's why you're seeing so much of this very strange propaganda.
Yeah,
like
it's
this,
weird.
right?
It's like unrealistic.
So I wanted to harken back to this one because there's been some very interesting back-to-back clips that just prove it otherwise.
Okay, let's take a look.
We have been in China. And look, a motorbike with a bag right there.
How can someone leave his stuff just like that?
Well, this is what happens. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
If you ask any Chinese person, can you just leave your stuff everywhere?
Must
They
be
would
nice to
literally
live in a real
laugh at
country.
you. They would laugh at you.
Yeah, look at this. There's a bag on the table. Someone's left their bag there while they went to the toilet.
Yeah, I wanted to show that recent clip. The bag was stolen from the motorbike.
Yes.
Unlike what she said. This is 2 bags inside of a shop.
This guy steals those bags and the backpack that's on the table and walks off with them. So no, you can't leave your stuff even while you
Must be
quickly
nice
pop
to
to
live
the
in a real
bathroom.
country.
Her e-bike was stolen.
Yes.
So you can't leave your e-bike. I know so many people who have had their motorcycles and e-bikes stolen.
Dude, it's happened to
including me.
us. You know, that's the thing.
And currently it's a big issue in the big cities in China.
So this poor woman's just got off work. You can hear she's crying because her bike's been stolen.
Yeah.
That's very common in China for this to happen.
Must be nice to live in a real country.
我电动车被偷了，雅迪的电动车，智
My
能锁
e-bike got
不管
stolen.
用
My
还
Audi
是
smart lock didn't work. The e-bike
This is
was
a different
stolen.
woman, by the way. She's
Yes.
just got to Xi'an, which is a
Just let her tell
big
her story and
city.
then we'll
Big
read it.
city. But yeah, let's
Yeah.
take a look at her story.
被偷了。
E-bike was
我
stolen.
眼睁睁
I
的看
watched
着
the
那
thief
个
on the
监控
security
里的
camera.
小偷，从花了
Took him like 10,
花了5秒
actually
钟
like
时
5
间，
seconds.
就把我
And they
电动
stole
车
my
给
e-bike.
解开了，直接就骑走了。心情十分
This
低
isn't
落。
someone's like
来到西安之后，
Yeah.
发生了很
after
多
arriving
很
in
多倒
Xi'an, so
霉
many
事
bad
儿。
things have happened.
刚开始来
When
到
I
西
first came
安
to，Xi'an,
被骗子
I got scammed
骗走了
250 RMB
250
from the
块钱
deposit
定金，因为当时
because I
要
was
买
buying
个
a
二手
second
的
bike. They
电动
convinced
车
her that she needed a
Yeah.
250 kuai deposit.
Yeah.
Then in the
后
end,
来又
I spent
把我
2700
花了
RMB on a new Oppo
2700
phone.
块钱买的一个 OPPO 的手机偷走了，那个手机
stolen
才买
after
了1
a
个
month.
月。
Yeah.
500,
再
600
后来我
bucks.
的狗被偷
Also,
走
my
了。
dog was stolen.
Wait. Okay, so she was scammed. Then she bought a new phone.
Yeah.
That got stolen in a month, and then someone stole her dog.
Yes.
And that's a China-only problem right there
Why do they steal dogs?
for the restaurants.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other reason.
再后来电动车被偷
Then
走
my mode
了
of。transportation was stolen.
So then her e-bike was
Yeah.
stolen.
And so I wanted to say, you know how like you'll see kids messing around on e-bikes, right? That's not a toy in China. This is how she goes to work.
Yeah,
This is
the
not for
e-bikes
fun.
that you see in the States are different anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
They're just like actual transportation e-bikes. The ones in China, they have like, you know, places to store your things, and people use them for delivery. That's their job, or, you know, to get
Yes.
to and from work. It's very important.
Yes, these are not high-income people.
Yeah, so she went to Xi'an, she got scammed, then she bought a phone that was stolen after a month, then someone stole her dog, and then someone stole her e-bike.
Yes.
Yeah, that's... So when you see these foreigners going around saying like, oh, it's so safe, you could just leave it unlocked, you know they're full of shit. Excuse
We have
my
some
language.
we have some people feeling for her in the chat, which is really nice. I mean,
Yeah.
this is really the reality of a lot of people. This is not a weird outlier.
When you get to the big cities, you get scammed.
Yes.
And it's not nice.
And thieved.
Yes, you get the. Can I quickly tell the story of the phone?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll make myself big for this. So I dated a girl once in China, and she had come to Shenzhen from Hunan to come and work there. So when she first got to Shenzhen, she found a stray dog.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was playing with the stray dog, and she kind of adopted it. So
Okay.
she was playing with the stray dog in the park. And she was approached by a man who said that, oh, that's a very interesting dog that you have. Do you want to sell it?
Yes.
So she's like, I don't know. And then he's like, no, I've got a friend who really likes these kinds of dogs.
Yeah.
I'll call him and then we can see, like, meet me here tomorrow or whatever. So he played this long game. So she met him the next day and he's like, okay, I'm just going to phone my friend. And he's like, my phone's out of battery. Can I use your phone to call my friend? She's like, yeah, sure. And so she handed him the phone and then he ran off with the phone. His whole long game was to steal her phone.
That sounds 100% correct.
Yeah, and I mean, that's because she was new to the city. She didn't really know what was going on. And there's so many scams like that. People get ripped off. I've got a lot of really heart-wrenching stories of people that have come from the countryside. And then they get taken advantage of. People try to help them out, pretend to be helping them out, but actually steal all their
We
money.
could go all day.
Yeah, anyway.
But I just out of curiosity, I want to see if Google updated its nonsense because when you ask Google if there's dog meat in China,
yeah.
because we know it's everywhere.
Yeah, they're always like,
We've
oh,
seen
it's
it
only
all
a small
over.
regional
They're like, oh, it's a
thing.
regional delicacy or something,
Yeah,
right?
well, it's not
It'd be
widespread.
nice
So
to live
that-
in a real country.
So I just wanted to give a quick update.
Yeah.
This is 2025. These are
2025.
the dog meat restaurants in China. And by the way, each one of these,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
these
I'll get us out of there.
nubbins, some of those are in the hundreds. So one
Yes.
of those can be hundreds.
Yeah, exactly, because basically these are in little clusters. So if you click on one of those red things, there'll be like 50 dog meat restaurants in that area.
Yeah, or 100.
Yeah, or 100 and something. But yeah, when you search dog meat, that's this is like the Google Maps of China, Baidu Maps.
You know what's interesting?
What?
Do you want to say what's interesting?
What's that?
In the Muslim region of Xinjiang, there's
Yes.
one.
There's only one.
In Qinghai, where there's Tibetan Buddhists and Hui Muslim people, there's none.
None.
In Tibet, where there are Buddhist people, there are none.
Hmm.
These are only in the Han majority areas. Han Chinese, 90% of the population. What's
Yeah.
interesting is that I just think it's been a really interesting PR campaign from China. It's also part of Tell a Good China Story.
Yeah.
江湖中国故事.
Yeah.
Convince people. We saw a rash of videos probably 5 years ago.
Trying to convince people
Trying to
that
convince
Chinese
people
people don't eat dog.
It
Yeah. Hmm.
was a direct campaign. Like it was like Chinese people don't eat dogs. That was the line you heard on hundreds of videos.
So then why do you, when you search for dog meat restaurant, you get all these hits on Google Maps?
Yeah.
I mean, Baidu Maps.
My point is, I don't care. I said this before. I don't care about the debate on if it's ethical or not. Right? I've changed my position on this. I've eaten dog meat. I've changed my position after I saw the Yuling Dog Meat Festival. I find it unethical now.
Yes, yeah.
Now, the fact that I put that amount of nuance into developing my opinion, most people aren't going to do that, right?
Sure.
It's either good or bad or right or wrong or whatever.
Yeah.
The point of the conversation is that the Chinese government trying to convince people it doesn't exist. That's
Yeah,
what I have a
that's
problem
the
with.
lie.
That's an enemy of the truth.
That's the lie.
it's not whether it's right
It's
or not.
there. We saw it everywhere as we
Yes.
traveled around China. We've seen it with our own eyes. It's there. It's a big part of China, whether you think it's right or wrong. So don't lie about it.
Yeah, so I fed this image to Google.
Yeah.
And I said, please explain this. And it's like, oh, actually, you're right. Maybe it is more widespread. I was like,
Yes,
yeah,
exactly. Because, you can't hide that.
This is interesting.
Yes.
This is the story of a girl. This is the story of old people in China trying to make a living.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know what's going on here, you can see there's like it looks like dead people, but it's not.
Yeah.
Okay. There's an elderly, that's either a grandma or grandpa, it's hard to tell, with the grandchildren. Because what happens is you get a phenomenon called left behind children. So when the parents go off to the cities to earn money, they leave their children with the grandparents to look after
Yeah.
them, you know. So the grandparents are going to sell vegetables, but in order to keep their spot, because there are only a few spots on the road where people walk in the morning, they have to grab their spots early. So they go really early in the morning, like 2 a.m. or something, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. to find their spot, and then they sleep on the road with the grandchildren in order to have their vegetable selling spot, which is horrible because they're going to make like maybe $10 in a whole day anyway, selling their vegetables if they're lucky. But you could see when you hear about China's lifted out of poverty, you just need to look at these kind of scenes to know that that's actually not the case.
China's struggling. It's
Yeah.
poor. It doesn't take care of it. It doesn't have social programs. If it had social programs, you
Must
wouldn't
be
need
nice
to sell.
to live in a real country.
$5 worth of vegetables and sleep on the street to get your spot to be
with
able to
your
make,
grandchildren.
to make under $5.
Yes, exactly. So you're sleeping there with little children on the street like homeless people in order to sell a couple dollars worth of vegetables.
Yeah.
Just so you know, that's the reality of China. So when you see the skyscrapers with the shiny LEDs and the bridges and stuff like that, remember that this is also existing in China.
You have to say, at what cost?
At what cost? Indeed. We've been showing you the flooding. We're not going to show you more flooding because the flooding's still going on, I'm afraid.
Wow.
But
in Guangxi.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's had this horrible effect that people's crops are now rotting because, the water won't subside.
Yeah.
So people are trying to save their corn from just rotting away. And as you can see, people are also cleaning the mold off of their corn so that they can sell it in the market still. Great,
Would it be so they can say gentlemen?
Yes, I give you corn. For those who know,
sad.
you know.
This is actually sad.
It is sad. It's horrible. But, that's the way things go. Oh, dude just took a spill.
The brushing the mold off is kind of rancid.
I remember you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember, I'm so rude.
She's playing on her phone.
She doesn't give a crap.
Well, you have animal cruelty of actually being cruel to the animal,
Yes.
live.
First of all, when IKEA opened in China, it became a free-for-all.
Oh man, it was nuts.
Look, there's something here, and he'll pretend to scrape it off and you almost got a puncture, and then his buddy will come and steal the phone. This one is just taking the piss.
Oh man.
The sounds of the rainforest, like birds. Or
The ambience, man.
This is the sounds of the streets of China. Pew, pew, pew,
It's
pew.
true, you really
It's
are.
absolutely.